be here today. We're going to talk about Nucleo, a very unique nutritional product today. And I would like to share with you the 5 years that we spent developing this particular nutritional product. We had a challenge when it comes to Nucleo, and the challenge was how many nutritional products that are valuable to people can we put into a single product? And the challenge was just that. And what we did was I had a look at supplements that are available on the market, and I singled out approximately 12 supplements, about 43 ingredients, to put into this one product. But we wanted to take this challenge even further. We wanted to increase the absorption of this product. We wanted to reduce or actually just eliminate gluten completely from the product. As you know, gluten is an allergen. No dairy in the product, no chemical preservatives. As you can see, there are no colorants in this product, no refined sugar, has to have a low glycemic index. I'll say something more about that just now. Safe for diabetics, be available for people at a lower cost. You can just imagine 12 products like this, is going to cost you quite a bit of a price, and still have a taste that is acceptable. Now, as you can see, this was a challenge to get all these things together into one 43 ingredient super shake. Let me just share something about the development and what we did in the run-up of the development of Nucleo. Firstly, we had a look at some diseases that we want to focus. Obviously, the product is for normal people who just need more energy, but there were specific diseases that we wanted to focus on. One of the diseases, or one of the conditions, is fatigue. Second, cancer, then HIV, surgery and disease recovery, people recovering from illnesses, or just general well-being. We're living in a society, in a world today, where most of you drove here and inhaled diesel fumes, petrol fumes, and as you know, well, you probably don't know this, but in diesel fumes, you find approximately 3 carcinogens. And a carcinogen is something that gives you cancer. And my question to you today is what did you take this morning to protect you from the fumes that you inhaled on the way here? So the development of Nucleo took approximately 5 years. And why something like this took us 5 years was because we carefully selected all the ingredients. And there are 43 ingredients, and we carefully selected every single ingredient. There are many scientific references. That was the other thing that took a lot of time, was to find the right ingredients that would have the science to support the use in this product. Nucleo has got 795 kilojoules per serving. It's a 50-gram serving, so if you take a sachet of Nucleo and 350 mils of water, it will give you about it's the same size as a snack. So it's not a meal replacement, it's a snack replacement. So let me just say something at this stage. You heard me say something about low GI. Let me just say something about the glycemic index. Now, glycemic index is the measure of how your blood sugar will rise after you've just had something to eat. Now, in our westernized society, we have many products, or many food products, that make your blood sugar spike. And this, as you can see in the slide, will give you something called a high glycemic index. Now, very few food manufacturers actually put their products through the Glycemic Index Foundation's test, the GIFSA test for glycemic index, especially if they think that their product may have a high glycemic index. Because, then you should have a badge on your product that says your product is not suitable for regular use. The other type of GI that you get is intermediate GI. That you'll see is a different color label. And then obviously the better food, or the better label to have, is a low GI label. And that is for a food that you can eat more often. Now, we decided that we will take the leap of faith and send Nucleo to the Glycemic Index Foundation of South Africa for glycemic index testing, and we were very surprised at the result. Now, just remember now, a low glycemic index is below 55. Intermediate is 55 to approximately 70, and high glycemic index is above 70. So we sent Nucleo to the Glycemic Index Foundation of South Africa for the test, and what they do is they give the product to 5 people or to 10 people to drink, and then they test the test subject's blood. They do blood tests on intervals after the test was done. And I was really expecting, maybe we'll get the GI around about 55, maybe 50. And the average result that we received from the GIFSA people was that Nucleo scored 36, an average of 36. Now that is a very low GI. That is the same as beans. Like your butter beans, lentils and pinto beans and all these types of things. So that is a very low GI. And the reason why that is such a good thing is that it gives you sustained energy release. You don't have a spike in blood sugar and then you drop, you feel tired, like after having a sweet drink or, a sweet or something. This is typically something that gives you a rise in blood sugar, and then you've got a lovely sustained release of energy. And what we're seeing in the people that are taking Nucleo now is exactly that. People may take it in the morning and the afternoon, but they've got a nice sustained energy release right through the day. And people who are tired normally after lunch are feeling they're not that tired anymore. Now, how much energy in one sachet of Nucleo? Because people usually ask me, oh, but is this product going to make me fat? Now, the answer to that question is no, the product is not going to make you fat. Actually, the opposite is true. If you're on a weight loss program, or if you're doing something, you're on a calorie-restricted diet, this product specifically is going to help you make better decisions. Because of the low GI and because of all the nutrients, the 43 ingredients, this product is going to help you to take away your cravings, and you'll probably make better decisions. A sachet of Nucleo is the same as a slice and a half of rye bread. This real dark, solid rye bread that's got a low GI. Now this is the same. It's a slice and a half of rye bread. Let's talk about the base that we're using in Nucleo. We're using a maize and soya milk base. Now, something about the maize, we've decided that we will not mind a grainy mouthfeel, because you'll see when you taste the product, it does have a bit of a grainy mouthfeel, and the reason for that is very important, is because we decided to use the full kernel of the maize. Now, this is very important because many maize products sounds healthy, but you have a high glycemic index because people do not get all the roughage or all the insoluble fiber that is supposed to be part of the maize. Now so what we've done is we're using the full maize, and you actually feel that in the graininess of the product. The second thing that we're using is the soya milk. Now the soya milk that we're using is a very pure product. It's a very well formulated product made by scientists here in South Africa. And it gives us a wonderful protein profile, and we're also getting a very nice soya fat profile. Because soya fat is a healthy fat if it was prepared correctly, like the soya milk. Now let me just say something now about soya, because I know there are many emails doing the rounds, and you've probably read these emails regarding soya being such a horrible food, and how can people be drinking soya? Now, firstly, soya has been in the medical news, or in the health science arena. We've been studying soya for many years. And I've looked at very well written reviews written recently about the health benefits of soya, because we believe that one of the reasons why the Japanese and Chinese people are so healthy is because of their consumption of soya. Another reason obviously is green tea. Won't say too much about that now. So my feeling at this stage still, and this is after reading several reviews, reading many articles of research, that soya is still, it always is and always has been a health food. And really, we would have to get a bulk of literature showing us, that it's opposite. So you can, with great ease, still consume soya. So the soy and the maize, just to say something else, the soy and the maize then gives us the 795 kilojoules per 50 gram sachet. Obviously here and there is something else also contributing to the kilojoules, but both of them together give us a very nice high protein in one sachet. And then obviously, because we use those two and we don't use wheat, we have no gluten, and we also have no dairy. You'll see many health products on the market use dairy. And so many people are lactose intolerant, and if they're not lactose intolerant, they have some intolerance to the casein protein that is present in bovine dairy. That I don't think it's a good practice, to give people allergens as part of a health food. That's why we decided on this.